Alright. Recording
Wait, am I
started.
included in the audio?
What?
Am I included?
Yes.
How can it hear me?
Because I turned your volume up, you fuck. Alright. So,
Can you hear Greg counting numbers past 5?
he can't count that high. Alright. Why is there no... Oh my gosh, this isn't an updated list. I'm gonna kill myself.
This is fast.
Alright, here we go. I think this list is updated. Alright. So, the tier list goes S, A, B, C, D, E, right? E is like garbage, right? And then S is like pristine. I know you've
Okay,
never
we'll make a tier list. Okay?
Yes.
So make the top list.
Okay, I'm gonna start from the bottom right now, right?
Okay, make the bottom list. Make the bottom list the game chose for me.
What?
It was auto pick. Like when I auto picked Finn for me on accident.
The game chose for me? Oh yeah, because I can change the names of it.
So make that one auto pick. Like no one would pick that character. The only reason you get that one is because the game picked it for you. That's how bad it is.
Alright, I'm gonna leave out glitches in this list, because there is a glitch that makes Finn the best player in the game, but we're gonna ignore that.
We're just gonna go off of what characters are now. Not what they previously were, not what they could be, just what they are now.
Yeah. And not
We're
the
recording
glitch.
right now, right?
Yes. Alright, what's
Okay.
D tier, second to bottom? Penis?
Wait, what?
Alright, what's S tier, the top of the top?
Top tier? Top tier is, just OP. Just like this the character everyone picks.
So P. Why is your internet crap? What is the top list called?
OP.
OP. Overpowered. OP-ness. Alright.
Okay.
What's the second one?
Second one is, just put best.
Alright.
Like, everyone
Third one, I'm gonna put viable.
OP is a list that only a couple people could use because there's only like one character like that, or 2 characters maybe.
Yeah. For the third one, I'm putting viable. I might just get rid of 5, because we don't need 5.
No, do 5 is like last resort.
No, 6, I mean, I have 6 lists.
Okay, yeah. Just get rid of 1. Well, we only need 5. OP.
Yeah. Alright, so right now we have overpowered, best, viable, blank, and auto-picked.
Dude, make blank
Last
resort.
Last resorts?
Yep.
Alright, I'm capitalizing the wrong letters to add the texture to it, yeah. Alright, so I'm just... Okay, by the way, what?
Just recording on YouTube.
I'll send it... I'll put it on like Google Drive or something and send it to you. Anyway. What?
You have to put it on YouTube.
Whatever you say, Daddy. Anyway.
After you open YouTube, I will comment your sister.
That's gonna happen either way, Daddy. Okay, so for auto-picked, I'm just gonna put BB-8, BB-9E, and Finn in there.
No. The way you do this is you do how the characters are set up. So what's the first character on the list?
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett? Okay. I don't really use Boba Fett. This is Battlefront 2, correct?
No, this is Battlefront 1.
Maybe it's Battlefront 1, I don't know. I don't really use Boba Fett that much. He doesn't seem like he's bad. He doesn't seem like he's overly good. I just see a lot of people use him, but that's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him as viable because he isn't anything special. You can take him down if you're dedicated, but it really...
Because I see people use him in like the second round for HVV. I see people, I mean not HVV, Hero Showdown.
Yeah.
But like people don't use him.
Yeah.
So I think viable is pretty accurate.
Pretty accurate, yeah. Number 2, Bosk.
Are we doing these off of just Hero Showdown, Hero versus Villain?
Yeah, HVV Hero Showdown only.
Okay. Bosk, I know he's good in like multiplayer, but he doesn't. He seems good in Hero Showdown, but he seems good in Heroes versus Villain, but not much Showdown.
Yeah, he's much more of a defense character than he is an offense character. Like, you don't take box and charge at the enemies like you do other players like Luke or Anakin or anything. You have
Out
to
of
defend
dark
them.
side shooters, do you put him high on your list, or
Dark side shooters, I'd put him on second on my list.
So would you put him higher than viable?
I'd probably, I mean, I'm pretty biased. I'd probably put him on best, but I think he deserves to be unviable just in front of the Mandalorian, Mr. Boba Fett.
Or we put it like who's in front, like he's top of the viable.
Yeah, I think he should be top of the viable. Unless we end up having a very bad best list, and then I'll put him on the best list.
Okay, yeah.
Numero 3, Captain Phasma.
Captain Phasma. So,
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings about Phasma. I can't tell, because sometimes I get absolutely wrecked by Phasma, but other times I talk about Phasma as a joke because she can be awful.
Yeah. The main thing she has is that droid, and that droid, like, without the droid, she has a healing ability, she has a stab ability, which is only for close range, and then her gun's good. Like, nothing, like, crazy good except for that droid, because if she didn't have that droid, she'd be shit.
I honestly think, to be honest, I honestly think she's kind of a last resort. You use her, like, nothing else is working, you're like, alright, this might work.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Sometimes you get people who are, like, really trained with her, and like to use her, but how often is that?
Yeah, you get those for everyone. I mean,
yeah, so I think honestly, she's more of a last resort.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Number 4, Iden Versio.
Iden Versio. I've never really used Iden Versio. I've only played her in the campaign, so I literally have no idea.
I want to put her in
multiple times, but I don't really know how she works.
I want to put her in viable, but behind Boba Fett, because she has the ability to shoot through blocked lightsabers, which is very important when playing HVV and Hero Showdown.
Correct.
But she has a sniper as a gun, like as an ability, like a whole ability, is just wasted on just a sniper. And I mean that's not very good whenever it comes to HVV or Hero Showdown. And then another one of her abilities is a shield bubble, which will defend against the blaster characters, but you're gonna face a team with almost always at least one lightsaber character. And that lightsaber character, nothing will happen to you. I mean, that's just not a good, effective.
It seems like she'd be a really good multiplayer.
Yeah, she is an amazing one, especially because she has the droid shock prod thing. That's the only reason she doesn't completely suck. I think we should put her in the top of the last resorts, right in front of Phasma.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with that.
Alright, Darth Maul.
Darth Maul. What's the tier list again?
OP, best, viable, last resorts, auto-picked.
I'll put viable, to be honest. He's good, but no one picks him as like one of the best characters, in my opinion. Everyone has them like when everyone ranks their like lightsaber characters. I feel like 9 times out of 10 he's on the lower end of them.
Yeah, but do you put him in front of Bosk?
Oh yeah, I put him in front of all of them easily.
Fair enough.
Almost lightsaber characters in front of almost every shooting character except for like Chewbacca and maybe some other ones.
Yeah.
Like Palpatine and Chewbacca are like they're unique, but for the most part, lightsaber characters are better than all shooting characters, obviously.
Yeah. You have to be a really good shooter character for it to be better, but if you are, it's almost like the blaster characters have like more potential, but the lightsaber characters are easier to use. I don't even think we have to question this one. Where do you think Vader should go? Auto-picked?
OP. Everyone uses Vader. He's good in every mode. Good in multiplayer. Good in HVV. Good in showdown. So.
Yes, sir.
I said I wouldn't, but I'm gonna keep multiplayer in some question mark. I'm not gonna make it like the main point of view, but like if a character's good in multiplayer, that means he doesn't completely suck butt cheeks. If a player sucks in all 3 of the categories, then he sucks.
Alright, Dookie, Count Dookie.
Did you put Vader in OP?
I put him in OP, yeah.
In my opinion, I put Dooku in best.
Yeah, I put him in best, probably like a lower end of the best, but yeah, I put him in best.
I think it's just too phenomenal in showdown to not put him best.
Oh yeah. The only problem is HVV. You kill one person, you're out of stamina for the next, and then
he's not very good at HVV because he's just not a lot of health, not a lot of stamina.
He has 850 health. But yeah.
Very good in showdown.
No, he doesn't. He only has 750. He doesn't really have that much health.
No, I mean it's not like it's a low amount, but it's like half the characters have more than him. So
like Bosk and
So I put him in best.
Yeah, I think next person, Palpatine, goes right in front of him.
See, I don't know because Palpatine seems more like a character. If you're good with him, he's really good.
Yeah.
But for like an average player, he might not be that good. Like you're pretty good with him, but I'm Buffalo, and I put myself as an average player. I'm not a bad player, but I'm not a phenomenal player.
Yeah, I think the reason that you're not good with Sidious is just because you haven't really used him much.
Well, I'm not saying like I'm just saying for an average player in general, they don't use Sidious. If anyone plays a game brand new, they don't use Sidious. You only use Sidious if you've been playing this game, grinding this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I necessarily put him ahead of Dooku, to be honest. I think I would put him in best just because his potential of being amazing if you know how to use him. Because like even when I was starting to get the hang of him, when I was playing Showdown, he was pretty good. But not Showdown. I mean, sorry, HVV.
Yeah.
But I think you should be in best. But
yeah, you have to work your butt off to get a kill with him. Like I mean, not that you can't do it, but it like takes a good.
You're decent with him, and it took you like
2 minutes to get a kill.
That one round just to finish Luke off.
Yeah.
So I think I put him. To be honest, I think I'll put him behind Dooku.
Yeah. He's probably honestly, I think he's the best support character there is, but he's still just not good by himself.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. You don't like Kylo Ren? I love Kylo Ren.
No, I'm not saying I don't like Kylo Ren. He's one of my favorites. I just think that Maul's slightly better than him.
I think he's better than Maul. So.
Yeah. The main thing that Kylo Ren's much better for, like, you start off the game, you get the Force Pull, and you get the Freeze, and then the Frenzy is pretty much a free finisher. Yeah. I mean, those are 3 very easy to use and very good abilities. Maul's abilities are the lightsaber throw, which is good for the range. The focused, whatever it is, it just throws an enemy far and does damage. And then the lunges forward. Maul is significantly faster and has faster health regeneration, which is why.
True, but you also have to keep in mind, in my opinion, a skill of a player is how easy they are to use. Like Dooku isn't too hard to use. I was able to get the hang of him really quick, and now I love him. He's probably my favorite character of all the characters because he's not easy to use, but once you get the hang of it, like he is easy to use. Like no matter what, Sidious is hard to use. It takes a lot of skill to use him. Kylo Ren, in my opinion, is pretty easy to use.
Yeah. I agree with that.
And that happened. I think I actually put him in front of Maul, just because.
In front of Maul and Viable, or behind Sidious and best, or.
I don't know. What do you think? I was thinking the bottom of best. I think I don't know. If the bottom is best, or Viable.
I feel like he's kind of like Luke, where he's one of the characters that's great. No, not Luke. I don't know. He's very good to use whenever you start the game, and even whenever you get the hang of him, he's a really good character to use. But he has a low floor and a low ceiling. Not a low floor. His floor and his ceiling are very close together. So like he's not much.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like he doesn't have the capability to do like amazing.
Because Darth Sidious, whenever you start off with him, his floor is garbage, and then his ceiling is like the sky.
I definitely agree with that. So I don't know. I definitely don't put him ahead of Palpatine. I definitely don't put him behind Bosk. So like either in front of Maul or right behind.
Bosk is behind Maul.
So what do you think?
I put him in behind. Here, I'll show you.
That's what you think?
Yeah.
Don't go on the.
Alright, I agree with that.
Alright, next one. The General.
Put him Maul and Viable if you want. I think you should put him in Viable because he is just really easy. Like no one uses him as a skill character set. In my opinion.
Who are you talking about?
Kylo Ren. I think he should be in front of Viable.
Alright, cool. I thought you were talking about the next person, who's General Grievous, and I was like, what are you talking about?
No, General Grievous. I would have to put. I almost put him in OP, to be honest. I don't know. What do you think? I think if he's an OP, he's bottom of OP.
Yeah, I think so too.
You want to put him bottom of OP because he's just good in every mode, to be honest.
Yeah, because he can deflect blaster with the middle ability, the left when he gets a hit off no matter what. He just has an insane amount of health.
He is close to Dooku, but I think just because he's like Dooku's better than him in Showdown, but that doesn't mean like Grievous is best. Grievous is still good in Showdown, just Dooku's a bit better. But Grievous is also really good in HVV. Dooku is not.
Yeah, Grievous is like a tank. Like he'll take on a million players. Dooku, no one's gonna beat Dooku in a 1v1, but Grievous you can. But
I think I'd put him in the bottom of OP.
I think so too. All right, so BB90 is going in the, I think the middle of OP.
I don't know about BB90 because sometimes people actually like using him.
Well, yeah.
I don't get him at all. I think he's ridiculously dumb. I get the stunning thing is good, but like you would never 1v1 somebody. You would never use him unless you had teammates you know you could help.
Yeah, he's a support character. And in my terms, if I'm picking a support character, there's no reason out of this tier list I would ever pick BB90. Bosk is my favorite of the support characters. Boba Fett's significantly easier to use. Phasma, you can just sit there shooting people while they can't do anything about it. And then Versio can shoot through lightsabers. Like, and Palpatine's just freaking, I mean, I think he's like one of the best players, but if you can't use him, you got other options over BB90. BB90...
Can you list real quick?
Say it again?
Can you show me the list real quick?
Yeah. I just put BB90 in the bottom.
Yeah, we're gonna go to all those and put them on the odds.
Yeah. I guess I have to agree with that.
Yeah, because if I'm picking a support character, I'm picking literally anyone else over BB90. You can definitely use him, and he does have his things. Like, if someone's taking a 1v1 and you use BB90, that person that you're fighting with is going to win. But that's the same if you're any other support character, so why not pick someone else? Alright.
I completely agree.
Yeah. Auto-picked, I put him in Han Solo.
Han Solo. I love Han Solo. Because we were playing co-op and I was just learning getting characters, I leveled up with Han Solo 9 times. I know it was from level 1, but like I've never leveled up with that many levels in one co-op game with one character.
Yeah.
Put up like 5 times with Obi-Wan one time. So, like Han Solo is just, I love him.
I think so too. I think I'm going to put him in viable, obviously.
You put him in viable?
I mean, I don't think he's a last resort.
I was going to put him in best. Bottom of best.
I don't know. I think it's hard to put him in front of Kylo Ren.
No, I said bottom of. True.
I can move Kylo Ren up one and put Han Solo back.
Join that when you join like a showdown, it's very often like him and Chewbacca people use a lot.
Yeah.
Like you can easily. I've seen so many clips. It's cool because it's not easy, but like people take on like lightsaber characters with Han Solo.
With Han Solo, I remember. I know the exact clips you're talking about.
So like, I don't know.
I mean, it's just hard to put him in front of Kylo Ren, but I feel like I could beat a Kylo Ren with a Han Solo almost.
I kind of agree. I know we're like trying not to be like, oh, if we had a teammate, but like, even if Han Solo didn't have a teammate, he actually had like a pretty good chance.
Now, okay, say we put him in the back of best, right in front of Kylo Ren. If I'm Han Solo, I could beat a Palpatine in a 1v1.
Yeah.
Because Palpatine can't defend my shots. You can shoulder push and you can throw the bomb.
I think a Palpatine would easily be Han Solo, in my opinion.
Alright, fair enough.
A well-trained Palpatine would be a well-trained Han Solo.
Alright, Finn.
Finn?
Yep.
I don't really. I either last resort or auto pick.
I'm putting him in the back of last resort because he does have a trick which makes him like literally a last resort if something happens. But I mean, he's really not that great.
I've used him once maybe, but I don't think he's that amazing.
Yeah, he has a crazy glitch which would make him almost comparable to OP, but it's kind of not counting glitches. Lando Calrissian.
Lando Calrissian. I love Lando.
Me too.
When you were like saying, I was just trying to we were getting raped in HPV, and I was like, what character do I use? I hadn't really used any characters in a while, so I didn't practice. Like, you use Lando, and so I was like, okay. And you told me the ability, that shock ability, the stun ability, that is.
Yeah.
That's overpowered.
If you get a trigger finger with that, you can. I've seen people take down Vader from almost full health with that thing, just in one shock.
I probably put him viable, but pretty high up. Can I see the list real quick?
Yeah.
I would probably put him in front of, at least front of Boba Fett. Do you think in front of Bosk?
I think in front of Bosk.
Okay, I agree. I don't think in front of Maul. I'm still kind of regretting I'm putting Han Solo in front of Kylo Ren and Maul. I don't know. I think I'd put Han. To be honest, I put Han Solo between Kylo Ren and Maul.
Like this?
No, because I don't think Kylo Ren's the best. Yeah, I think more like that.
It says we need Catherine's no.
Makes sense.
Unless you disagree in any way. If you disagree.
Yeah, we can move it around. I think that's pretty accurate, though.
Alright.
Leia.
Orgasm.
Leia orgasm.
You know, you're putting this on YouTube.
Yeah.
You have to put this as rated R.
Rated R for retards?
Yeah.
Right.
I like Leia. I don't think she's anything very unique, but she's better than Finn, better than
Phasma Versio.
I think she's. Do you think she's last resort, like highest last resort, maybe?
I think she's highest last resort. I feel like whenever they started making the game, they made one hero and made one villain, and they tried to make them as equal as they could. And I feel like they tried to make Leia as equal as they could to Versio.
Maybe. Yeah.
They both have two guns. They both can shoot through lightsaber with a secondary bullet. They both have shields. And, I mean, they have one ability different. But, I mean, their health regen, their total health are very similar as well. I feel like Leia, honestly, I like using Versio a lot, so I think Versio should be a little bit higher than Leia.
So you want high Versio?
Yeah, just because her secondary ability is a bit faster, and it does more damage, which just lets you shoot right through the lightsaber characters, so... Do we move Versio up or no? I put Leia behind her in Last Resorts, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Alright. Everyone's least favorite character, Luke Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker. Would you put him in OP?
I would put him in OP with Grievous.
You put him in OP over Grievous?
That's a hard pick right there.
I don't know about putting over Grievous, because I just feel like Grievous has a higher potential.
He does.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm not going off of, I'm just counting everything. And Luke is super easy to use. Just because he's easy to use doesn't mean he sucks either. He's pretty good too.
Oh yeah.
But his height isn't that crazy high.
I think after they nerfed him, he's the best.
Yeah, I don't know. Would you put him? I was thinking top of the best or bottom of OP.
I think I'm putting him top of the best unless you have an objection.
Nah, I agree.
Right above Dooku.
Yeah.
Alright. Ewan McGregor, otherwise known as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I love Kenobi. Kenobi's one of my highest characters.
Level-wise or favorite-wise?
Huh?
Level-wise or favorite-wise? You said he's one of your highest characters.
Both. He's one of my favorite light side characters. He's one of my highest light side characters. Level-wise. So...
I don't know. I feel like Kylo Ren's better than him.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like in any mode, he's a little bit better because he's so defensive based. You just gotta have a teammate who's there, and I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Kylo Ren is very offensive based, so it is like comparing apples to oranges here, kind of.
Yeah.
still need chapter.
Where do we put Kylo? We put him
We
in.
put him in top of viable.
Yeah. I'd always put Obi-Wan in bottom of best.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
Because I feel like he's just a little bit better than Kylo. I know I said I like Kylo a lot, but I would rather use Obi-Wan than Kylo almost any day, to be honest.
Yeah. Alright, where... Rey. Rey Palpatine.
Rey Palpatine. Rey is annoying to play against, but like, I don't ever really like, oh, I want to use Rey. Like, that stun ability is annoying, the confusion ability is annoying, but like...
She's kind of similar to Palpatine in the way of, you can get kills with her, but you gotta take your time.
Yeah, I think she, to be honest, like, out of all the light side lightsaber characters, she's the worst, to be honest.
Yeah. Just because she's hard to use, and even when you get to use her, I mean, she's not even better than, I don't know, I don't feel like she's better than any of the others.
I think, like, honestly, I think there's a couple of shooting characters who are better than her.
Yeah. I want to put her below Maul and maybe below Calrissian. I'll show you the list again.
I wouldn't put her below Calrissian. I'd put her below Maul. I agree with that. But I wouldn't put her below Calrissian.
Alrighty. Sex. Alright.
Because you would rather use Rey over Calrissian, wouldn't you?
No. I'd rather use Calrissian.
I would rather Rey.
That's a little...
Like,
I mean...
Calrissian's good, but like, he's not good enough to take... Like, Rey would beat him.
Yeah, in a 1v1. If we're playing Hero Showdown, and
Rey
you're
would still beat him, because...
No. If we're playing Hero Showdown, and you're using a lightsaber, and I get to pick another character, I'm probably picking Calrissian over Rey. I mean, if you're picking a blaster character, I'd pick Rey, but like, Calrissian's such a great support character, is my thing.
He is.
Because he'll just sit there and just do damage with that thing that just tracks you and shoots you perfectly every time.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd still put Rey.
I'd put him Rey above him, yeah.
Like I said, most lightsaber characters are just, there's very few instances where lightsaber characters aren't better than a shooting character.
Yeah.
And that's just one of the instances where like I would just rather a lightsaber character.
Yeah. Alright.
So,
I don't know his last name, but Yoda.
I love Yoda. Yoda's, that middle move to get heal and get out of an ability is awesome. The charging to make the pushback ability bigger, awesome. Lots of health, moves very quick. I would put him in OP.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Above or below Grievous?
Would you put him over Grievous?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say either right below Grievous or right above Grievous. It's close.
Yeah, it really is.
It'd almost be a tie, but... So you put him above him?
I put him above him unless you disagree, but...
Well, I have a tie, so you're the tiebreaker.
Alright. I think here's another rule breaker here, Chewbacca.
Chewbacca?
Yeah.
I put him at the bottom of OP.
Bottom of OP?
Yeah, I think he's the best shooting character by far.
Dang. I mean, I agree with that, but dang.
Like if there's any shooting character available, like if you have all the characters combined, this is one of the few instances where I'd rather a shooting character than some of the lightsaber characters.
You'd pick him over Luke?
Yeah, honestly I would. I love Luke. I used to love him more, but like, he's not as good as he used to be, and Chewbacca is, like I said, we're going off now, and Chewbacca, in my opinion, is a little bit better than Luke right now.
Alright. Another tough one, BB-8.
Is there a difference between BB-8 and BB-9E?
BB-9E, they have 3 abilities. BB-9E has a smoke screen that can see enemies. It has pretty much a range. I'm not going to explain it, but it has a range. And it just damages enemies in that range. And then it has a buff. It buffs teammates. That's BB-9E. And
sorry, go ahead.
In BB-9E's range ability, that just everyone in the range hits, whenever an enemy walks up to him, it launches them back. And that's why I think BB-9E is a bit better than BB-8. But not by much. They're both alright.
Yeah.
Great support characters, but not great enough.
I don't think I've ever used either. I think I maybe used BB-8 as a meme one time, but I would put them both as bottom.
Honestly, I kind of want to put Finn in between the two.
No, I wouldn't put him that low.
He sucks. Alright, Anakin Skywalker.
See, sometimes I'm high on Anakin, and sometimes I feel like he's the same thing as Luke. I put him higher than Luke.
So, in OP, you put him better than Chewbacca?
What do you think?
I put him over Vader.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't. I think Vader's the best character by far. Like Luke, I think Anakin's good. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like he's kind of like what Palpatine in a way. Like Jesus Cage got really crazy highs. You use him and you can like not be stopped.
Yeah. Vader's health is 950 whenever maxed out, and Anakin's is 900, so it's very similar. They both have similar health regen. The abilities are Vader's chokehold, which is just overpowered. Vader's lightsaber throw, which is a great combo, and then his heals, which is just insane. I mean, I can see why you put Vader better. Anakin's are the Force Pull, the Force Circle, which is significantly better for troop game modes, multiplayer, and then the Passionate Strike, which goes through a lightsaber block, which is the main selling point for that, because otherwise that's just a freaking lightsaber hit. And then Retribution, which is hard to use, or hard to get to, but...
I agree. I wouldn't put him over Vader. I still feel like Vader's the best.
Alright, I'll show you the list again.
I put him right below him.
Above Yoda?
Actually, sometimes he's really low, but he is pretty good, you're right.
You think that's accurate?
I do think that's accurate.
Alright, we got it. Alright, so before this started, we always thought the dark side characters were significantly better than the light by just a slight advantage, right?
Yeah.
The order is Vader, Anakin, Yoda, Grievous, Chewbacca, Luke, Dooku, Palpatine, Obi-Wan, Kylo Ren, Han Solo, Maul, Rey, Calrissian, Bosk, Boba Fett, Knight Versio, Leia Orgasm, Phasma, Finn, and then the two droids. So, I don't know, I think this is pretty accurate. The only thing
I never got for like, oh, like dark side characters are. I'll tell you what though, Maul does have potential to be pretty good.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's good, to be honest.
I feel like he's better than Kylo Ren, but it's one of those things that Kylo Ren is easier to play with, but once you max him out, he's worse than Maul would be.
True.
But only by a small margin.
I think it's pretty good list, don't you agree?
I think that's pretty accurate, yeah. I might move around. I mean, I honestly think that Finn is worse than BB-9E, but...
Okay, I don't think Finn's worse than BB-9E. I would use Finn over BB-9E.
Well, yeah, you would use him, but if I'm picking one of them to be on my team with me, I'm picking BB-9E. Because BB-9E and Finn's boost, like they have a buff for their teammates, and it's pretty similar, only difference is Finn gives them health. BB-9E can show you where all the enemies are through walls, and just sit there and shock while being hard to hit. Finn over here has a couple, he makes your abilities charge faster, but the rest of them are just helping him shoot, and his bullets do like no damage anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. We agree that they're not very good.
They're all garbage, I'm not using either of them anyway.
Yeah, so I don't think it really matters. Bottomless doesn't really matter too much.
I think it's crazy that we've got as many light side characters as we did in the top two rows.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. Like I said, I never really got like dark side characters and light side characters. I think light side characters has way better shooting characters than dark side.
Oh yeah. Chewbacca, like...
The dark side has way better light side characters than dark side.
Significantly.
Because I like Obi-Wan, but I know people don't really like him, to be honest. People don't really like him for some reason.
He He's slow. That's why I don't like him. Not slow movement, but like he has slow health regeneration and slow stamina regeneration.
We're recording because we're just gonna put on YouTube.
Yeah, he can't really get it at
Right?
anything. Like if he's stuck in a corner, he's stuck in a corner.
Yeah. Are we putting this on YouTube?
Alright, should I press the end of recording?
No. Are we gonna do the Force users for Star Wars?
Force users? What's that?
All the Force users, like Jedi and Sith.
Let's go.
Just look up tier list Force users for Star Wars. I did one the other day, and I already have my list. I just want to know what you have.
Oh, you just want to see what I have?
We'll do it together, but I have very bigger
Oh,
knowledge.
frick, for all the people.
Not all the people, just all the Force users.
Bro, for more than